Meath meet Clare this weekend, and it'd be penny for for the thoughts of Andy McEntee at this stage, because the way he reacted to the journalist after the defeat to Dublin when they scored only 4 points, and kind of went in over the top, and people sort of made some excuses for him. I know different people said it was understandable, and I can understand obviously that you'd be frustrated after getting annihilated in a big final on a national stage, and the last thing you want to be asked about is, will your footballers be available to play club football later, hurling later that week? A code that obviously doesn't benefit your players, and players are more likely to get injured when they're playing competitive games rather than playing or having training and recovery sessions. So I can imagine from that point of view, it's the last thing Andy McEntee wanted to deal with. But the flip side is, you're an inter-county manager and you can't talk to a person like that. And like, obviously people don't have sympathy for journalists, so I mean, and not that any journalist cares whether people have sympathy or not, absolutely, definitely don't. But the thing I would say is, if you're any professional walk of life, which the journalist is, he's in his workplace when he's doing that. If you went in to the bank and asked someone for a loan, and they refused you, and then they said over the counter to you who was working, and them a general punter, but obviously with a vested interest, that they were going to pull the head off you, for example, would that be okay? No. So I don't think in any way, shape or form is it okay, is it acceptable, and I don't think it's helpful for people excusing that sort of behaviour, and it just should be an apology, and try and move on from there. Rian O'Neill's celebration, which is the John Cena can't see me celebration as well. Um, Joe Canning did that celebration 10 years ago when he scored a goal against Kilkenny, and just seeing Rian O'Neill doing it game after game recently, it got me wondering, is there any player out there over the years who had a recurring celebration? And obviously just putting your hand up in the air or a fist pump doesn't count as something that stands out as a trademark celebration over the years. In football, Didier Drogba with the hands either side like that, Shearer with the finger up in the air, even though that's basic, there was something iconic about him doing it. Is there any celebration out there in the GAA world where a guy had a recurring celebration? A couple of the obvious ones that stand out from over the years in terms of iconic would have to be Joe Brolly's one kissing into the crowd, even though it's not exactly rocket science now, but at the same time it's creative and stood out, and I remember it as a young lad and enjoying it as well. So what are the iconic celebrations from over the years? Who stood out, and does anyone have a recurring one?